Hey, Gil, wake up.
Huh?
Wake up.
What?
We've been fishing all day. We haven't caught one thing.
Let's get out of here.
Man, yeah, let's do it. Hey, Gil, you know, for
Yeah.
every great song, there's a great hook.
Yes, and for every great song, there's a great line.
Yes, Gil, and for every great song, there's also a great artist or a great singer.
Me.
No, come on, Gil, come on, Gil. Hey, welcome to the show, Hook, Line, and Singers. I'm Dale.
And I'm Gail.
Together we're the Hammond Brothers.
We're going fishing. Yeah, we're going fishing. Everybody wants to fish with Dale and Gail. So grab your fishing pole and guitar as well. We might catch a bass or even a whale. We're going fishing. Yeah, we're going fishing. Ooh, we're going fishing. Hook, line, and sinker.
Hey, I got one.
All right, buddy. Bring him in, bring him in,
I
bring him
got
in.
him. I got him.
Bring him in.
He's not too big, but he's not bad.
I thought he was a whopper, man.
He's not bad.
Not bad. Boy, he's pretty good. He's
Yeah,
green.
Pretty. Yeah, he is.
Bring him in.
Come on, sweetheart. Come on, sweetheart. Oh, he's a little one.
Man, it's not too
Not bad.
Not bad at all, Gil. You know what, Gil?
What?
Our special guest this week on Hook, Line, and Singer is Ronnie McDowell, buddy. He's a very busy man, Gil. We got to get back there.
Yeah, let's go.
That goes. We want to. All right, you get him loose. Let him go. Adios, amigos. Give him a kiss bye, Gil.
He's gone.
All right.
Let's get out of here.
Let's go.
Hey, Ronnie.
Hey, Ronnie.
Hey, boys.
That's good to see you, buddy.
Wow, good to see you boys again. Wow.
Yeah, good to see you too.
Last time I seen you was with my buddy Ray Walker.
Absolutely.
Oh, we had a ball.
Yeah, man, we sure did. Man, I'm glad you could make it. I know you're busy, but
I'm glad to be here. I even got my shiny shoes on.
I sure do, man. Pass it.
I love that.
That's patent leather.
He's wearing bass lures.
Patting the bass lures. So you can feed the water with and maybe catch some more fish.
That's right.
Come on in, Ronnie. Come on
Come
in.
out your pole. Come on up.
Nice boat. Thank you.
Hi there.
Hey, Captain.
Angie.
Nice
Nice to
Angie.
meet you.
Good to
Captain
see
Angie.
you.
Nice to meet you.
to see
Welcome
you.
aboard.
Captain Angie, how are you?
I'm doing well.
Good to see you.
Angie's a great captain too, and a pretty good kisser.
Kisser?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, I'm sorry. I was supposed to say that.
I just did the Ray Stevens show. Yeah. And just before I walked out, the producer, he grabbed my arm. He said, Ronnie, whatever you do, talk a lot. He said, everybody that comes on here, we can't get them to talk. And I said, well, I don't have any problem with that. So I go out, and halfway through the interview, Ray was sitting where you are, and he goes, Ronnie, he said, you sure do talk a lot. I said, well, Ray, the producer, told me to talk a lot. And he goes, yeah, but you talk a lot. So I tell everybody that. And so, you know, if I talk too much, just shut me up.
No, you're fine, Ronnie. Man, just keep talking.
Yeah.
There's something that you did, Ronnie. I heard the other day. I was listening to it. Unchained Melody. Man,
Yeah.
I didn't know you did that till I heard it. It was great.
And it was a hit video. Number
Hit
one
video.
It was a #1 video. And I tell you how that happened. Mike Curb called me, and I'm still with Curb since '84. And he called me up and he goes, Ronnie, he said, I'm flying you out to California tonight. And Bill Medley, you know, the bass singer, you never close
Oh,
your
yeah.
eyes. He said, Bill Medley's going to produce you singing Unchained Melody. And I said, Mike, that's not a country song. And he goes, Ronnie, that song is bigger than that. He said, everybody loves that song.
Goes by so slowly, and time can do so much.
Didn't Mike Curb call us? He wanted us one time, didn't
He
he?
wanted us to quit calling him.
Will you stop it? I'm trying to build something to cut this down.
He wants you to what?
Quit calling him.
Oh, quit calling him.
No, but
Anyway.
we like Mike Curb.
He called me back and he goes, Ronnie, some things have happened. You're going to have to record it in Nashville. I said, well, that's fine. I said, when do you want me to do it? And he said, tonight. And I said, Mike, it's 5 o'clock. He said, can you do it? This is the way Mike Curb is. He wants it done right then. And I said, well, let me call David Briggs. You know who David Briggs is?
Yeah.
Elvis's piano player. Well, he had just played on a song that I just written, a top 5 record called All Tied Up. Well, I'm all tied up, baby, tied up.
Yeah.
So I called David and I said, David, Mike Curb wants me to record Unchained Melody. David goes, that's great. He said, when does he want you to do it? And I said, tonight. He said, tonight? He said, well, it's 5:30. He said, well, let me call the A pickers, see if I can get them. He called me back in 30 minutes. He said, you ain't gonna believe this, but we'll see you at Master Phonics. I got all the A pickers. So we went in, I called my producer, Buddy Killen, and he came by.
I love the Buddy. Buddy's a good guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
knew
Buddy
Buddy
was
well.
the cream of the crop.
Yes, he was.
What a historical figure. And my friend Buddy Killen needs to be in the Country Music Hall of
Yes,
Fame.
he does. You're right.
I mean, what a pioneer. So anyway, that's how that came about. And here's the cool thing about it. He called Buddy Killen, Bill Medley. He was in Needles, California, him and Bobby Hatfield. He said, Buddy, he said, me and Bobby were driving through Needles, California, and we heard Unchained Melody, but it sounded too good to be the Righteous Brothers. Now, what a compliment.
Yeah, really.
Yeah,
But you know me, I'm partial to the Righteous Brothers version.
I like him.
But I love my version. It's one of my favorite vocals. But in 1964, I'm sitting at home watching Shindig and Hullabaloo.
Man.
And the Righteous Brothers were on. And I never dreamed that I would get to know and befriend Bill Medley.
Yeah, of course.
Great. Yeah, legend.
So that's
legend.
how that came about.
Wow. How you doing, Dale?
Not too much luck, man. Are you bringing us some bad luck or what?
I'm not bringing bad luck. Are you kidding? I'm good luck. Stay with us. We'll be right back with more of Hook, Line, and Singers.
Hook, line, and sinker.
You know what I'm thinking about now, guys? I'm thinking about getting the line wet. What do you think?
Ronnie, do you like fishing?
I've been fishing ever since I was a little boy.
Are you-
Bass fish?
Just
crappie?
fishing.
Just
you know.
fishing?
Yeah, I
Catfish?
everything. I started when I was a little kid, and I don't get much time to do that anymore, though, because I'm constantly.
you're busy. I wish I had
well,
more
here's your
time.
chance right here.
I'm ready.
Let's wet a line.
What do you think? It used to, like, when you heard Dolly Parton on the radio, you knew it was Dolly.
Oh, yeah.
George Jones, you knew it was George. Nowadays, when I hear them, they all sound a lot alike.
I don't know who they are.
It's
Well,
more cookie
that's,
cutter.
that's the only problem that I have with it is the same. When I was a kid, when you heard this, I'm walking
Oh,
the
yeah.
floor
Ernest Tubb.
over you.
Yeah.
You knew who that was.
Absolutely, yeah.
And people, they came in groves to see it.
When I hear Ronnie McDowell sing, I know beyond any doubt that's Ronnie.
Older women.
Oh, yeah, well,
Our
made
beautiful
beautiful
love.
love. Play it, play it.
I said older. I think we did that. Older women are beautiful lovers. I said older women, they understand, yes they do. I've been around some, and I have discovered that older women know just how to please a man. And older
Man.
men are grateful.
That's right.
Yeah.
Been a long time since I fished with a bobber, or fish, period. That was my favorite way to fish.
This got a bobber on it or what?
I think it does.
Should.
I don't see the bobber.
That means you got a fish.
Yeah, you got fish.
Reel it in.
You got it, bro. Hold him, Dale. Hold him. Hold him.
Come on, help me.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
He's a big one.
Oh, good. Thank you, Lord. We got one.
Yeah, he's a big one.
He's a big one.
Oh, whoa.
Look at that, buddy.
Hey, hey, Ronnie, look.
Look at that thing, buddy. Bill Dance, eat your heart out.
He's just laughing.
Hook, line, and singers, right?
Look, line and singers, look.
Told you he was big. Can you show him to the camera?
I did.
Get him closer to the camera so it looks
I
bigger.
can't get him any
Come
closer.
on, make him bigger. See how big he is? It's at least 4 pounds.
Man, oh man, oh man.
If you look
Just
rough.
look at it this way, we can have a minner dinner.
Yeah, Ronnie said a minute dinner.
Ronnie said we're having a minute dinner. Woo wee.
There you go.
Oh, I got it
Oh,
all,
watch it,
boys.
watch it. You got hooked. You all right?
This is even bigger, Dale.
Is it big? How big is it? Oh my God.
Look here, boys.
Oh man,
Woo!
it's at least 2 inches.
Look at that pretty yellow. Hey, Ronnie, look at there.
Look at there, boy. We'll eat tonight.
The show.
I got one.
I got.
We don't do bad. Let him go. Let him go. The big one, let him go. Let him go, girl. Let him go. He's gone, ain't he?
You got a fish on, boy. Oh, that acts like a big
Oh,
one.
he's got a big one.
Man, he's bending his pole up.
Man.
Hey, that's.
Bend that pole. Oh, my God. Go there.
Hold Dale.
That's at least 4 inches.
pretty good size.
Well, that is a pretty good size, Ronnie.
That's a nice one.
You could probably mount it. That's
Good,
good. Hey,
Ronnie.
that's bigger than what we've had.
I believe I've got the record for the
I
day.
believe you do, Ronnie.
You do.
Let's see, mine come close. Mine come clear. There's ever been an inch and a half. I think this one was.
Big.
What do you think?
Oh, yeah, I got you,
oh,
Oh, man. Ronnie, you have to come
Ronnie
right out
got
and do
him.
us right on
Ronnie got
TV.
him.
And everything.
hey, it's good, man.
That's good fishing, Ronnie. You didn't tell us you was a pro, Ronnie.
Sure, we got a ringer on board.
We got a ringer on board with us here.
As you can see, those boys don't fish much. we got the captain taking the fish off the hook, and she's putting the worms on for us.
This boy here is tired. Captain? Captain, what do you think? Yes,
Ronnie
sir,
got
buddy.
one too, baby. I'm glad.
You're the best man.
Got
Gotta go
one
ahead, throw it back. I was going to think about mounting him, but I don't know. He's a little small. Maybe next one.
Hook, line, and sinker. Hook, line, and sinker.
Just recently won an award for Vocal Group of the Year, Duet of the Year, Josie Awards. And there's a song we won it with. We just wrote called You Know and I Know.
When I look in your eyes, I see a future and two little lives. We're flying so high, no one can touch us, just the birds in the sky. It feels so good when you hold me close. Everybody knows you're the one I love the most. Baby, you know, and I know this love was meant to be. Baby, you know, and I know love has set us free.
Set us Baby, you know. Yeah, I love this song. I do this song.
Man, I love that. You know, that reminds me of the Everly Brothers.
Thanks, Ronnie.
Yeah, there's nothing like family harmony.
That's true, Ronnie. You're right about that.
Nothing in the world. I love the song, too.
Oh, thank you, Ronnie.
Yeah, I absolutely love that. We've only got 2 crickets.
We got
That's
two
right,
crickets.
boys. I got one.
This is a nice boat, isn't it? God. Oh, I got another one, boys. God help us and save us. God
This
and
is
direct us,
fine.
give
God,
us
look
the
at
strength and the courage we need every each and every day.
We'll eat tonight,
Amen.
boys.
You got him, though.
Yeah, he sure
Little
did.
sun perch.
Wow.
That's a whopper,
That's a big
boy.
one. Look, Ronnie.
You can't tell. Hey, you can't tell no whoppers on that one right there.
No, you sure ain't. Isn't this a big one? It's 8 pounds.
Ronnie caught this.
I was just quit. I don't lie, Ronnie. Go stop that, girl.
My God, I'm gonna put it back in. I'm not touching him.
Real dance does it.
Hey, can you get this out? Cricket. I mean, crickets are the best bait in the world for bluegill, bass, anything.
Especially bluegill.
Yeah.
I don't believe these fish are gonna bite, boys.
I
Well,
don't think
they
they're-
sure ain't biting, are they?
We're trying to make them bite the boys.
That's why they call it
If
See,
a
there,
cricket-
there.
fishing in
if
the
a cricket-
Look
if a-
there. I wanted to ask you too, Ronnie.
Yeah.
What was your job in Vietnam? I had no idea you went to Vietnam.
Oh yeah, I had lots of jobs in Vietnam. I'm going to tell you a story that will blow your mind, and it's about Elvis Presley. It's crazy how my life has just evolved and still revolves around Elvis.
I know it's crazy. Right?
Parallels, what it's been.
Yes, and so when I was in Vietnam, I found out the easiest job was being a barber. greatest guy, real gentle person. He said, Ronnie, it ain't no big deal. Everybody over here gets a buzz cut. He said, but I'll teach you to cut hair. He said, in 2 weeks, there's an opening in the officer's barbershop. 2 weeks later, I was there. Well, a few weeks went by. Guess who came in? The Admiral. Admiral Morrison. And I got to know him, and months went by, and one day he come in and said, well, I got to go get my son out of jail, Ronnie. I said, really? I said, what did he do? He said, well, he did something on stage he shouldn't have done. He said, you really don't know who I am, do you? I said, yes, sir. You're Admiral Morrison. He said, Ronnie, put 2 and 2 together. I'm getting my son out of jail. He was on stage doing it. I said, you surely are not. He said, yep, Jim Morrison's my son.
No kidding.
Good Lord, you're kidding me.
Admiral Morrison. Well, now here's where I come into that picture. When Elvis and Colonel Tom Parker drove to California in a pink Cadillac to do Loving You, Elvis wanted to visit a ghost town. So they stopped at one, and Colonel said, you go look around, son, I'm going in the saloon here. It was still active. Elvis walked into this church. There's a 14-year-old boy in there. The 14-year-old boy freaked out. My God, it's Elvis Presley. I got all your son stuff. You're the king. Well, lo and behold, I want you to know, he said, would you meet my parents? Yeah, I'll meet them. They go out in the street, and here comes this man and woman. Of course, they knew who Elvis was. It's 1957. Everybody knew who he was. Right. And here comes the colonel. Come on, Elvis, we got to do this movie. They jumped in the car and took off. That was Jim Morrison.
Man, it's weird, ain't it?
Isn't that weird?
Wow. Well, that's strange, isn't it? You've been connected to Elvis Presley your whole life.
There was a man who gave the world a song, and the world stood still to hear him sing.
The first time I ever sang in my life was in Vietnam. The first song I ever sang, just before I walked up on stage, this old man grabbed my arm and said, son, where you're gonna stand right there, Elvis Presley stood right there in 1956. And I said, yeah, right. He goes, no, this ship was on San Diego, and he was on the Milton Berle show. And I was there watching him. And right where you're standing is where he stood. And I sang this. Blue moon turns to gold again, when the rainbow turns the clouds away. Well, you know, someday we're gonna live again, sweetheart. And my blue moon again's gonna turn to gold. Well, when my blue moon turns to gold again, when the rainbow turns the clouds away. Well, no, someday we're gonna live again, sweetheart. And my blue moon again's gonna turn to gold. So isn't that weird? That's the first time I ever sang in my life, and Elvis stood in the same spot.
No kidding.
Is that not weird?
That's no coincidence. It's just crazy.
There are
That's
no
crazy
coincidences.
stuff.
No,
That's right.
There are none.
Everything happens for a reason,
Yes.
for a purpose.
And then I became Elvis Presley's voice in movies.
Now that's pretty cool.
You
Isn't
see, that's not a coincidence.
That's not.
No.
I was Elvis's voice with Kurt Russell in the movie of the year 1978.
And Kurt Russell did a great job.
Yeah, he did.
He was the
Oh,
best.
he was.
He was,
Man,
wasn't he?
And then Priscilla Presley called me and said, Ronnie, I'm doing a new movie. I got a #1 book called Elvis and Me, and I want you to be Elvis Presley's voice. I did 37 songs in that movie.
Wow,
I did 38 in the Kurt Russell movie. And then, of course, I did Elvis and the Meets Nixon, Elvis and the Beauty Queen, Breathless with Richard Gere.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
I never will forget, I took my 84-year-old Lane Irma to see Breathless with Richard Gere, and I'd sang Suspicious Minds, but I didn't know where they were going to put it in the movie. My Aunt Irma sitting right here. Richard Gere stripped off butt naked and got in the shower and started singing Suspicious Minds, but it was me. And I said, Aunt Irma, we don't have to stay here. And she goes, I ain't going nowhere.
That's a true story. I ain't going nowhere. Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
So, you know,
That's crazy, though.
it is crazy, isn't it?
Yes, it's crazy.
I've been just in a whirlwind being around Elvis.
Goodbye, Elvis. We'll miss you.
Hook, line, and sinker. Hook, line, and sinker.
This song right here is a song that I wrote with my friend Stephen Hill, who was a member of the Gaithers.
Oh, yeah.
And he was on all the Gaither shows, and I was sitting out underneath my big old oak tree and it is so huge, the state came out and said it was there during Christopher Columbus days.
Oh, goodness.
And it's still there. It's one of the largest trees in the state. And I went out there one day and I went, I'm happy with you, Lord. I'm happy with you, Lord. Happy with you, Lord. Hope you're happy with me. And Stephen Hill and I wrote that and gave it to the Tally Trio, and they've had a #1 record
Wow,
with it.
man.
What a great.
So am
It's
I
got a good
blessed
feel.
or what?
Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you,
you are.
Jesus.
What about a song, I'm happy with you, Lord?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm happy with you, Lord. I'm happy with you, Lord. That's good. I'm happy with you, Lord. I hope you're happy with me. Wow. Give me 5, boy.
That was good, wasn't it?
That was
That's
good.
That's a great
We
song.
never
Good
practiced it.
No, I never tried, but it's a
No,
great
that's
song.
the first time y'all did that. That's amazing. These boys are talented. I'm telling you.
We tried, we tried.
One more time. I'm happy with you, Lord. I'm happy with you, Lord. I'm happy with you, Lord. Oh, you're happy with me.
Hey, we hope you guys enjoyed the show. We had a great time. We are happy with the Lord. We're happy with you guys. We'll see you next week, right, Gail?
Thanks, Ronnie
And
McDowell.
And just thank Ronnie McDowell for being here today. We love you, Ronnie. Thank you for doing it.
Hey, thank you.
And to all of you out there, I'm Dale.
And I'm Gail.
Together we're the Hammond Brothers.
We love Ronnie McDowell. We've had a great time here today.
And I love you, boys.
Oh, thanks, man.
We love you.
Seriously, I do.
Thank you,
We love
Mike.
you too. brother.
I'm happy with you, Lord. I'm happy with you, Lord. I'm happy with you, Lord. I'm happy with me. One more time. I'm happy with you, Lord. I'm happy with you, Lord. I'm happy with you, Lord. Are you happy with me?
Hook, line, and sinker.